Beyond the Limitations with Tiffany. Okay, let's get started on the travel accessories for this summer series. Now, I've already talked about some of these products maybe in some previous shows, but I do have a vlog on the Prime Day specials to watch out for. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be on sale for Prime Day or Black Friday or whatever sale is coming up. It does not mean that these products are going to be included in that sale. But what I would do is add these to your wish list so that you have it in your cart or on your list so that you know, okay, this is what I want to watch out for in the sales. Now, Amazon may not always be the cheapest, but at least you can start there and then work your way around the internet and check it out. So let's get started on some of these travel accessories. We are focused on well-being for the parent because as parents, we will pay more for sanity, we will pay more for our well-being, and we will invest in our health, okay? So we're gonna invest in our health, we're gonna invest in our kids. So that means some of these products will make your traveling or more ergonomically friendly. It'll make your traveling a little bit less stressful. So, starting with number one is one of my favorites so far and one of my biggest regrets for not having with my first kid because I said it was too expensive. So we had a gift card and I used the gift card on the Doona. So the Doona, if you have not seen it or not heard about it, it is amazing and incredible because it's like a transformer. I call it like, you know, the cars that transform into robots and that kind of thing. This is one of those things. So it is used, it's versatile. So you can use it as a car seat and a stroller all in one. And the other pro is you don't have to have the car seat base. Hello. I mean, think about eliminating that part of your travel and eliminating that heavy base that you're going to be hauling around the airport. So the Doona, you will not have to have that base. The Doona, you can travel without a base and you can use it as a car seat. Now, I will have to warn you, the con is we do have an older SUV, and as I will show you in the video, that the seat belt is a little bit shorter, which is so weird. It's a 2008 Expedition, and the seat belt does not quite wrap around the back of that car seat. So when you are traveling with the Doona, or if you do decide to purchase the Doona, make sure you know that the cars are updated. I don't even know if that's the thing, if that's the reason maybe the older cars have shorter seat belts. I don't know, but it seems to be more inclusive if you have a longer seat belt so you can accommodate all different sizes, right? All different sized bodies, all different sized car seats. So I would think that the newer cars will be more inclusive, thinking about the population that are using these cars, especially moms. So when you look at the Doona, and I will also show you a video how it transforms into a stroller. So I don't know which comes first, the car seat or the stroller. What does it start off as? That's a great question. That's a good trivia. Anyhow, so we started off with the car seat, and once you get it out of the car, you can grip onto a lever on the back side of the car seat, and it pops the wheels out. Voila, that's all you got to do. And then you wheel your merry way through the park, you wheel your merry way through the airport, you wheel your merry way through, I don't know, wherever you're going, shopping, I don't know. The doctor's office, that is a really good one. So we have a nanny, and I actually have her use that whenever she goes and runs errands, goes to the doctor's offices, because the doctor's offices are not always accommodating for accessibility. So they don't design beyond ADA, they're just sticking with the ADA compliancy here. That means the doorways may not be as wide, and the hallways. I have been to a doctor's office where the hallways were itty bitty. I'm talking, I am bumping into the wall with the car seat carrier. I didn't have the Doona with me. I should have brought the Doona. But carrying the car seat, this infant car seat, through these narrow hallways was bang bang. Nope, no good. So the Doona will make your traveling a lot easier. Now, we'll have to say that the other con is that it does not fit in the overhead bin of the airplane. So keep that in mind. So if you're traveling with an infant that doesn't require a ticket, but you're traveling with them as a lap child, just call ahead, or when you get to the airport, ask them at check-in if the airplane is full. If it's not, then you know you can take the Doona on the airplane, and I would just use it as a car seat in the seat of the airplane. When you get off the airplane, I will have to say the other con with the doona, it is heavy to carry. So if you're carrying that doona, and it's very awkward. So if you're carrying it through the airport or down the aisle of the airplane, or if you're trying to put the car seat in the car and taking it out of the car, it's very awkward. So I will have to say that is a big con for that. Okay, number 2 is the Jet Kids bed in a box. And it's actually designed and created by Stock. And it's a product that's made overseas. We are in the US, so I want to say that this company is very clever when it comes to designing their product. They design their product to grow with the kids, and to me, that is worth an investment. So the product may be expensive up front, but it's worth it when they can grow into it and you're not purchasing multiple products. So that's one thing I love about this company. And so with the Jet Kids bed in the box, now my toddler does not sleep on airplanes outside of his car seat. So when we first got this, I first got this when I was pregnant with my second one, and we were going on a long trip, and I knew we didn't need a stroller, and I didn't want to bring a stroller. So when we went on this trip, I actually bought this product basically a couple of days or a few days before we left for our trip, thinking last minute again, and thinking it would make it a little bit easier. And it did make our traveling a little bit easier with him, especially while I was pregnant. And my husband, we didn't want to carry our toddler around the airport, but yet we didn't want to have to haul a stroller around. So you're eliminating a stroller, you're eliminating carrying your kid. Okay, so think about those things when it comes to Jet Kids bed in a box. Now, I will have to say the con is that because it maneuvers so easily and it wheels so easily, that when you make turns and you turn with your toddler, or they're sitting on the box, rolling with it, there is a strap for them to hold on to. What we do to prevent him from falling over, because he has done that several times, is because it's top heavy. It makes sense, right? The base of support is not very wide. It's pretty narrow. So when you're making a turn, your kid's going to fall off. Your kid's going to topple over. Now, if they have a backpack on, that's even worse. So that backpack's going to make it even more top heavy, and they're going to just fall over with that backpack. So make sure that when you use that product, that maybe it's not best for them to have a backpack on their back. And if they do, what we did is we held his hand while we were pulling with the strap in our hand. So it was so much easier. And the reason I say that is because even though we were kind of walking through the airport pretty quickly and kind of rushing through with him on it and holding onto him, we were still able to get through without carrying a whole bunch of weight on our body. So it's definitely more ergonomic, especially for moms that are pregnant. And so I love this thing. And the other reason I love it is because it can store his toys. I used to pack like a sensory box to take with when you travel, and it was like an easy, organized container that you can put in your suitcase, and it fit in our bags very easily. Now, the bed in a box eliminates that. So it eliminates your toy bin box that you want to travel with, especially when you have kids that are, plain age and they have a lot of toys. Or books. You can fit books in there as well. The other thing is that inside of this box is a bed. So you can put the bed in the seat of the airplane. Now, again, I mentioned my toddler doesn't sleep very well without being contained into a car seat. So that bed piece wasn't as good for us. So what we did like about it is that we were able to travel with his snacks. There's a little sliding compartment in the top of it where you can hide smaller things like cars and trucks, and for little girls they can put like little dolls in there, but it packs snacks. And then in the actual larger compartment you can put the bed in the box, and then the next product I'm going to talk about you can also put in there as well. So books fit in there, snacks, toys, anything that you need to travel with a toddler. I mentioned that there was another piece that goes into the Jet Kids bed in the box, and that is the Jet Kids Cloud Sleeper. So as parents, I'm going to tell you right now, there are so many last minute purchases, and we splurge a little bit when it comes to last minute purchases. A lot of times I will find coupons and sales and gift cards and that sort of thing, but sometimes it just does not matter. So this Jet Kids Cloud Sleeper, I did not care. I just wanted to get, I didn't want to have to rent a bed for our toddler or haul a large. We also have a blow-up air mattress for him that we haven't used yet, but knowing that it's more compact because you just inflate it and deflate it, and you can travel with it a little bit easier. However, the Cloud Sleeper, hands down, I would totally invest in that. Now, even if you don't have the Jetkids bed in the box, just go ahead and get this Cloud Sleeper, guys. However, I would just say there are no YouTube videos on how to pump this thing up. That is the con. So the con is that you do have to pump it. I like to say, I don't know, 120 compression rate with this thing. It was actually kind of funny because we had no idea. There was no instruction on how to pump this up. It just shows a hand on there and it tells you the pictures, explains things, how to do it. And we thought it was just like a pop, like you just pump it and it just inflates itself. Because, you know, technology is like that, right? Sometimes. So we expected that technology was that fancy that you just push it and it inflates. But nope, that was not the case at all. So it's actually funny because I literally figured out that, oh my goodness, you have to literally like pump this 120 compression rate like you're giving CPR. It was insane. So I actually recorded how long it took. It's like 2 to 3 minutes of pumping, depending on how fast you can pump that thing and not get out of breath, or, you know, your energy runs low. So you do need quite the endurance for pumping this air mattress. But once it was pumped, our kid loved it. He slept in it every single night when we were on vacation. It fit in our room quite nicely and comfortably. It's very lightweight. It can be washed easily. It's a cover over an air mattress. I mean, it's just, like I said, this company is clever at their design. So let's just put that one on your wish list. Go ahead, do it right now on Amazon. It is the Jetkids Cloud Sleeper. Give you time to do that before we move on to the next product. Okay, so product number 4 to travel with kids. Now, if your kids are light sleepers and they do not like any light in their room, then you can invest in this. It's not even an investment. It's actually pretty inexpensive on Amazon. But these suction blackout curtains, I never even knew there was such a thing. And the only reason I found these is by accident. I was looking for a temporary blackout curtains for my toddler's bedroom because we were in the process of trying to find curtains, but his younger brother was taking over his old room and it already had blackout curtains. So we were kind of in a hurry to get something done for his room so that he could sleep at night and sleep through the night. So the suction blackout curtains can be found on Amazon, and you can get different sizes, but just keep in mind the con with this is the fact that it depends on the framing of the window and that sort of thing, because the light still peeps in through the edges, and we have arch windows in his room, so it doesn't work quite as well, but it blocks out the majority of the light. So that's the important thing. Now, if you're a light sleeper and you don't need one, and you can't sleep with one peep of light in there, then you might need to bring some aluminum foil to put around the edges. That's kind of what we did at the bottom of it, because it wouldn't reach all the way down. It does make your house look a little bit like a drug dealer lives there, maybe. I don't know, but it just makes it pretty comical. However, it does work. The suctions actually do work. They stick onto the windows really easily, and it has Velcro to make creases in your window. So the creases actually make it look a little bit neater as well. So it's not like bunched up with holes where light can seep through the holes as well. So check out that suction blackout curtains, and once you click on the suction blackout curtain in the link that we provided, then you can see some other products related to that as well. So if you don't really like that one that we have, then you can look at some other ones. So the other thing to keep in mind is you may need to buy more than one if you have more than one window, and if you knew ahead of time for your traveling, or if you know where you're going pretty regularly and you like your parents or your grandparents' house, then you know how many to purchase and the size. So it makes it, and it comes in a bag, so that's kind of cool too, because it makes it much more compact. You just throw it into your duffel bag or your suitcase. Very easy. All right, last but not least is the LifeBack DChoke. I really do not have anything con to say about it, and I have to say thankfully we have not used it yet, but I will have to say I have heard stories from family members and other people that have been out in public that have seen people use this, and the key is knowing where you have it. So I think in a state of emergency, if you knew someone was choking or your child was choking, you're frantic. I mean, I've been in those situations before where your mind just blanks and you don't know what to do, you don't know where you are, you're just kind of in a state of shock. just when you're on vacation, leave this out. We left it sitting out because we did not want to have to look for it, or if my husband and I were out on a date night and my parents were in the house, we didn't want them to have to look for it. So we actually just left it out in the kitchen because that's where they're going to be eating. So just leave the LifeBack DChoke out wherever you are, and like primarily in the kitchen area is probably the best or the safest place to put it. But if you're traveling in the car and you're going from place to place, maybe leave it in your glove compartment. Just anywhere that you know where your first aid kit is, you know where your life-saving tools are. So this product is super small, lightweight. Now the cool thing that we came with ours is an adult size and a pediatric size mask that goes over the face. It's kind of like the mask that you see when people do CPR. So it actually, you just push it in and then pull it out, and it suctions the objects out of the mouth. Now you can probably see videos on that. I have the link on here so that you can see what exactly I'm talking about, because it's kind of a new thing, but it gets rave reviews. So be sure to check out the LifeBack DChoke, and maybe this is something that is not just for traveling, but you want to have in your home. My husband is very, being a pediatric dentist, this is something that really was high on his list of things to have in the house. So we have one at my parents' house, one at his parents' house or his mom's house, and then we have one at our house. So, and we travel with ours. So if you have a fear of choking, then this will give you a peace of mind. That is a pro to this thing, is the peace of mind that it will give you. Okay, so the bonus product that I want to share with you today, the last thing, this isn't the last thing. I mean, there's several products that I could share with you, but this is another one that you can find on Amazon. It's a portable bassinet. Now, kids do grow out of this quite quickly, so I would recommend this if you are pregnant or expecting, or if you have a really young infant right now, newborn. This is something that you can use for newborns up till when they're about rolling over. Now, our infant can roll over already, but for some reason, when we put this at the poolside, he falls asleep in it every single time. Like, he's never, and I don't know if it's just kind of like a secure thing, like he just feels safe in there, but it's breathable. You can see through the mesh netting, and the air can get into the bassinet, so we have fans running. He can see that, or he can feel the air, the breezy air. Also, we put portable fan on it, so we just clip it on the end, and it keeps him cool as well. This portable bassinet is great for poolside. It's also great for the beach. We haven't really used it on the beach, so when we went on vacation, we actually used it the poolside or out in the patio, because it's just portable. You fold it up, it collapses into something very thin, and you can fit it in your suitcase. It's amazing. So this is definitely one of those things that if you travel a lot, or if you're doing short trips, like say the grandparents or something like that, it's great to put them in that temporarily. I would not let them sleep in it overnight. That is definitely a no. So it's only for the poolside when you can see them, patios. You don't want to leave them alone in this thing. So I want to throw that out too when you get this. So it's not to be used as a real bassinet. It's just basically for when they're napping and dozing off, or if they're just playing awake and that sort of thing. So it is great for that. Now, some of the tips that I want to share with you for traveling is if you're a parent and you travel with kids already a lot, then you know the tricks of the trade. So these are some things that we've learned along our way, is through trial and error. So one of the things we've done recently is my husband would drop me and one kid off at the airport, the infant, and I would have all the luggage, and then he would take the toddler with him and go park the car and take the shuttle to the airport. And that way I go ahead and get started on checking in, and then he comes up, and it is just so much easier that way. We've done it where you rented, I will say it is worth the investment to pay $6 or whatever it is now to rent one of those luggage carts at the airport. At first I thought those were so silly and a waste of money, but it wasn't. It was amazing. It's clever. So and a lot of times it's not even enough. So depending on where you travel, what you're carrying with you, so those things are definitely worth the investment. So dropping luggage off with one person at the airport is definitely the way to go. And then the last tip I want to share that most people aren't aware of and never heard of are baby rental companies. There are a lot of baby rental companies, and we first experienced that with our firstborn. And I just happened to Google baby rental, and we were going in the Fort Lauderdale area, and they had a lot of them. And we had such a great experience with that place that now we do that every single time. So the thing is, when you rent baby equipment, you're not just renting baby equipment, but you can also rent beach supplies, like rent beach chairs, beach toys. Like you can actually rent beach toys, and you can also rent the baby saucer. Like a lot of times we'll rent like the baby saucers or walker type things where the kids can sit up in it. So then you're not constant, or anything that you can put your infant in to give your hands, let your hands be free for a little bit. Those are the things that we normally rent. And then also a crib or a play yard for the infant. The toddler, like I mentioned, we just bring the cloud sleeper, and it's a portable blow-up mattress. But as far as infants, we definitely rent cribs and play yards, and also shower chairs. So there are some places that actually offer shower chairs for rent, and we did do that at our last vacation rental. And it just lessens the load, makes your life a little bit easier, and makes it a lot more ergonomically friendly. So I hope these tips help you, and I hope all of these products make it to your wish list, or it just inspires your wish list. So, and then the whole purpose of the show is just helping you find products and design to make your life easier. Thank you for watching Beyond the Limitation Summer Series. See you next time.